Good morning, traders. Welcome to the TMT Stock Market Strategy video for Tuesday, March 7th. Well, we had a little bit of a gap down in the morning, and right around the afternoon, buyers of dips obviously comes in and bid the market back up again, so reducing and pairing a lot of the losses from the gap down in the morning. So the song remains the same. Buyers of dips are in full force. Money flows have been coming out of mutual funds and going into ETFs. So the euphoria of buying continues, and that's also another sign that retail are now involved at the top and at these all-time highs. Can it push a little higher? I do believe so. And I'm going to show you the scenario chart of what we talked about. Now that we hit the 240 level, where are we in this stealth bull market run from 2009? Well, we're near a top. I'm not calling a top right now, obviously, because we still need more evidence, but we are getting very, very close, and I do believe we are on our fifth wave and final move up in this bull market run. But we do have a small within little intermediate waves within the larger move, and I'm going to show that to you in a moment. But we're going to go through the normal suspects. Again, we're down a little bit again in the pre-market. I will suspect that the buyers of dips and retail will continue to come in and buy this market until it hurts. And that's what really you have to do as a trader. You got to follow the trend. The trend remains the same. You're not going to short in the hole when the market gaps down 70, 80 cents in the spiders, for example. You're going to wait for that bounce, and if that bounce does not materialize, or the bounce does happen and turns into a recovery bounce for the day, we're talking for the day, that's when you want to look for the pullback and buy that bounce, right? Because you're not looking to short as soon as the market opens. You're going to wait for that retracement, that corrective move up, and then fail. That's when you would get short. Yesterday's move didn't happen that way. We gapped down, we're a little bit lower, we went sideways, and then we recovered most of the afternoon, and that's that move that you want to look for. That's the higher probability trade that we keep talking about here at TMT. All right, so we have the dollar, as you can see, holding steady and nicely above our averages here and our main support area. This is important here, right in this area here at 26.25. You see that we've been holding true right around here for the last 3 days. And now we'll see if we take this local swing high out to challenge this swing high, and then I think if it takes this out, it's off to the races. And then that obviously we'll have to factor in repricing all of the commodities when the dollar moves higher like this, okay? But as you can see, the dollar is holding in steady here. Next is going to be the spiders daily. You could see that we did have that move, and I mentioned that we had that pullback. Not on the gap, but I said we took most of the trade back, and that's not a good sign. It's a bearish sign, and sure enough, we filled the gap. Now, since we fill the gap, do we go higher, or do we break down and sell off to the lower end of this line here? So that's something that we're continually monitoring. Today is Tuesday. We can get a turnaround Tuesday to the upside. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. But again, guys, remember, this whole market, this last phase, this whole phase here from the November lows is all driven on greed. Okay, meaning that we don't want to miss the rally, and also market participants are pricing in what Donald Trump is going to do. All right, they're anticipating what he's going to do. He has not done anything yet, and the market has rallied immensely since November. So we shall see. The bigger picture is going to be watching. I would say watch the VIX, the VXX, or the VIX, whatever instrument you like to watch. When you see a pickup in volatility, that tells you that you're near the end of the move. That's the last part of the picture. When volatility increases at the upper end of or an extended move, that's when you know that price is just about to roll over, and that's what we're going to see. Or, for that matter, when you're down at the bottom here and price volatility starts to really pick up, and you'll see these large candles, you'll see that we're at the end of the move to the downside, and we're starting to move higher. Same thing on the reverse side. So let's just talk about the move. So we had this move here, and I said 240, but I'm thinking that we would kind of grind the upper end of this trend line to get to 240. Well, that didn't happen. We went sideways for 5 days. We gapped up one day, and now we've been going down for the last 3 days. And that's basically the move. It's quite frustrating to say the least, but remember, you don't have to trade every single day here to make money. So since we're on our fifth wave up, right? This is, let's just call this the big move from 2009. We're continually going up, right? We're on our fifth wave. So if you had, one down, 2, 3, all right, and here's 4, and then this is 5. All right, so that's the bigger move, right? Let me get rid of that. Now, within the subdivision of 5, that big larger move, I believe that we're on we're going to start our 4th leg pullback within the 5 up. Okay, if that makes any sense. So we have these little bigger moves, right? And then we have these little, let's say this is wave 5, right? You have 1, all right, and let's say this is the big 5 right here. This is 5. Within 5, you have small sub waves, all right? And I believe from calculations, this is the 4th wave pullback, and I'm looking for one more move. Now, does the 4th wave pullback within the bigger 5 get to that 5, and we capitulate? It does not have to happen. This little move can be truncated. The little 5 up within the bigger picture could be truncated, and we just start the decline. All right, that could happen. So we don't know yet. I think it has started the pullback a little bit, and I mean, this is corrective right now. So I don't think that the top is in when we get this little pullback. When we do get this little pullback, I think it's going to be bought again, and that's when everybody's going to be long and the shorts capitulate, and you'll see that one more spike higher, way beyond this 240. I think we go to 245, 246, and then that would be it. All the shorts capitulate. They're done. They throw in a towel. Hasn't worked since 2009. They've lost everything. Longs are all in up at the top, and there's nothing else to push this market higher. Okay, and I think that's what's going to happen. Again, these are scenarios. Nothing has played out as of yet. These are just what we anticipate what might happen. And again, until the move happens, where we can get confirmation from price, that's when I will tell you where I think the market will be headed. But right now, I'm looking for a 4th wave corrective pullback that will be bought, and then we get the last and final push up, and that will mark the top. We're not there yet, though. GDX, just want to show you this off our Pro Trader Premier video. You could see that the subscribers knew where we had our big line here. And again, it coincides nicely with this inverted head and shoulders neckline. If it didn't break out and didn't take out this swing high, you knew that it would start to retrace back lower again. So this move here, this inverted head and shoulders, I'm taking out. This is a bust, and we're going to be looking for the next higher low from this previous low, or at least a test of the double bottom, and then we look again to start looking to buy the GDX, and I think that's going to be the best buy-in. Transport's doing nothing, just hanging in here at the highs. Nothing wrong with it, but it's not moving. This is our leader, so our leader is not leading the markets. Okay, IWM, same thing. Okay, we just kind of stuck here within the proprietary price channels, so we need to really start to break down here, guys. We're not. You can see the market has paused pretty much for the last well, all of 2017. We had a small little decline, but we're holding it at the high. So pay attention, because the markets, when the markets do move, they're going to move extremely fast. Okay, and here's our Pro Trader Premier levels off the daily charts. We do have our intermediate 10 to 15 minute where you have actionable levels to trade off of. And again, here we had the pullback. We faded, we took the gap, we filled the gap here, and now we're just kind of hovering here. Not much really going on, guys, for the last pretty much 5 days. So we're waiting and anticipating some sort of a big move. Again, keep an eye on the VIX. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.